So I'm going to put a cup of beans in each quart jar. Now the nice thing about 6 beans and 7 jars is it makes you think, what do I do with the 7th jar? Well, it's so great. I use it for rice. I've got an extra jar there. It's ready for rice. And brown rice is another one of those things that is so hard to cook. It takes a long time. You never can figure out how much water to put in there. In a rice cooker, it doesn't work. I found that it just didn't work. And so I'm so excited to find this plan works well with brown rice as well as beans. So I'm just going to grab my carbs bin. I have a bin for carbs, potatoes, rice, noodles, that kind of thing. And I'm running out here. I got to go get my bucket and fill this back up. Okay? It just so happens that 1 cup of rice is perfect too. 1 cup of each thing is just enough for the week. I use half of the rice for Mexican and half of the rice for Asian. So I've already got my rice for the whole week. So this has just been so great. I cook these up, they're in the fridge, and usually my husband is the one that will come in and put the meal together. At the last minute, it takes him 10 minutes, he looks like a hero, and he didn't have to do any of the work, or at least not the cooking. So that's been an ideal situation for our family. So next, we're going to add water. We're going to put water in each jar and fill it to the top. I use this little funnel because it really saves a lot of heartache of beans flying everywhere or water spilling. But I want it to come up all the way to the rim. So now tomorrow, when I'm ready to cook these, I will pour the water out through a little piece of mesh that I cut the shape of the lid. What this does is it makes it so I don't have to buy those expensive lids that are made with the holes that are for sprouting. And I've used these for sprouting, I use them for beans, for rice, whatever. It really works well. So you just cut them. A sheet of this stuff is like a dime, so you can get 12 out of it for a dime. It just is so much more economical than if you had to buy a lid for everything. So I put the lid on, and I pour it in the sink, or I pour it into a pitcher, and it works so well to pour it into a pitcher, and don't waste that water, and use it to water all of your potted plants. They will love it. Finally, I'm just going to lower them down, put the lid on, and put them out of the way. And tomorrow, they'll be well soaked, start to sprout. They become a live enzyme vegetable instead of being a dormant gas-producing bean. And when I cook them, they're so much easier to cook because they're already tender because they've been soaking for 24 hours. So that's one of my secrets I wanted to share with you from my Whole Foods kitchen.